Yes guys, and a welcome from me, the Championship Manager 0102. We've got some more new material for you today, something that just dawned on me actually whilst I was filtering through one of my test saves and this and that. So, as you can see in the title, in the description, I'm going to have a quick blast on the AI Manager's preferred formation and how that works. So, unlike the ODB, the update is, this is update related only, shall I say, but unlike the ODB, the update has got a much more advanced spec with regards how the AI works and the managerial preferences. So we'll start with Arsenal, we'll start with Mikel Arteta, and to see this, I'm sure you already know this, but you click on the manager and you can see his preferred formation is 4-3-3. Now, this is to reflect real life, and you know, there's no other way to put it. This is a fact that most managers, particularly in the Premier League, are playing 4-3-3. Now, 4-3-3, as you know it, can consist of different 4-3-3s. So, if you want to see what sort of 4-3-3 it is, just go to your default. Of course, you might want to check this before playing them, or just out of interest. That is the most common formation AI are using. Be warned, when you set it up with default, the striker is actually whip-bobbed, and at times when the AI are playing you, they'll play with that formation with the striker whip-bobbed. It's not a massive issue, but I mean, I suppose what you could do, you could play the 4-3-3 with the same concept, the striker whip-bobbed, in order for an even playing field. But that is pretty much the case. I think some of them they might add a few arrows and it's something like that. Liverpool do that. And that is pretty much, because traditionally people think 4-3-3 is like that, and on the ODB that is exactly what 4-3-3 was, something like that, but not the case anymore. So let's take a look now then at Unai Emery 4-3-3. So many play the 4-3-3, it is unbelievable. Now if I just quickly go to Man United, Ten Hag, I'm sure, yeah, he's 4-3-3 as well. I think there is a difference though. He actually plays 4-3-3 like that. It's something like that. So it's, personally, I'd call that more of a 4-2-4. But it's sort of defined that you've got your back line as your 4, these 3 box midfielders as your 3, and then 3 with the 2 inverted wingers, 4-3-3. So let's just see if we can see anybody else. Let's have a look at Bournemouth. They might have something different. 4-3-3. No. Scrap that. Let's have a look at Sean Dyche. 4-5-1. So, Sean Dyche will play 4-5-1. And like I said, if you want to have a rough look at what he plays at 4-5-1, just go to your default tactics and go to 4-5-1. It'll be there and thereabouts. Okay. It could be that. It could well be that. It could even theoretically be that, which would be an ultra defensive one, but it would still fall under a concept of 4-5-1. Now, something else I've pointed out before, right, about preset tactics. Do you remember what I said? When you start a brand new game, this is a brand new save. When you start a brand new game, you can let's just come off that a minute. When you start a brand new game, you can load preset tactics. That option is not there once you've saved the game and exited and reloaded it. But when you first load the game, like it is now, you can load preset. Now, this will also give you an option to fire up a preset tactic. This is also what the AI use. Spurs, let me show you something really quickly. Let me go to Spurs quickly. Spurs might be a good example here. And see what the Aussie guy... Oh no, I got that wrong. Maybe it was their previous manager then. But Spurs or whoever, they tend to play a 3-5-2 or a 3 at the back sort of concept. And let's pretend, right, you want to look for a formation. So look at these formations at preset. So these are also different 4-3-3 formations. These are default ones. So that's a default one that AI use. Okay, 4-3-3. Now I don't think there's much different between that default and that defensive. I don't think there's any difference, to be honest with you, at all. I'm pretty sure there is a difference on the narrow. Maybe not. Maybe they're all the fucking same for all I know. But you've got various different 3-4-3 default. If I remember rightly, one of the previous updates, a lot of AI use this, and I fucking hated it. I hated this wingback. I mean, let's be honest, right? That is very close to what England played almost the other day, weren't it? Apart from they didn't have inverted wingers, it was more like that, weren't it? It was more like well, it was more like that, I suppose. So you know, so like I said, have a look, have a dapple with these. So what you could do, and this is exactly what I've done here. So you want to have access to these default tactics all the time, right? So they're my tactics. So when you want to go to the preset and they're not going to be available all the time, so fire up a preset. That 4132 is exactly the same as that default there. So what I do, so if I go to load tactics, and if I just show you, and there you see, these are my tactics. These are the default tactics. I've loaded them. I've started a game, loaded them, saved them. So I've always got access to them, because you could have a concept, right? That you can only use default tactics. You can only have the available tactics that the AI have. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's different. So let me know your views if you have any luck with that, or if you've got anything to add, and maybe anything that I've bollocksed up on. Let me know. Till next time from me, guys, take it easy.